Hey everyone, it's Kenji. We're gonna make some puntarelle alla romana. Puntarelle is a vegetable. I found it in the farmer's market, and I love puntarelle, so I decided to get it. It's also known as Catalonian chicory, or sometimes Catalonian asparagus. So this one actually had these longer green leaves, so the leaves look like this, but they were much longer. I already took them off and braised them. I braised them with some pulled pork, the same way I would do like collard greens. But the part that you eat in a salad are these things, the actual little puntarellas, the points. All right, so what you do is you cut them out like that, right, one at a time. I'm only going to cut a couple of them because I'm going to eat a couple of them right now for myself, and then save the rest to serve for dinner. And then you want to slice them really thin. So you can do this either with a mandolin, like this, you know. That works great, like that. The same way you can do this exact same thing with asparagus. If you can't find puntarelle, this exact preparation works with raw asparagus. Get nice fat raw asparagus stalks, slice them thin like that on a mandolin, or you can do it by hand with a knife. So, you know what I'll do is I'll cut a little bit off till I get a nice table service. And you want to cut it as thin as possible, right? And next I'm going to put them into a bowl of ice water. What's going to happen here is that the puntarelle is going to kind of curl up as it rests in this ice water. It'll take maybe 15 minutes or so, so I will do a little time jump. And in the meantime, I'm going to make my dressing. So what I've got here, so this is the real classic way to do it. Very, very simple. So you have the vegetable, you get some anchovy fillets, you kind of mash them up. You can do them in a mortar and pestle, or you can chop them up with a knife, you know, but you kind of want to make them into a sort of a paste here. Just like that, okay? And then we're going to add some olive oil. Just like that. Little pinch of salt. Anchovies are quite salty on their own, so you don't need to add too much salt. Salt, black pepper. And finally some vinegar. You could also use lemon juice. I'm using this rosé vinegar. You could use white wine vinegar, red wine vinegar, whatever you feel like. So we're looking for a ratio of about 2 parts olive oil to 1 part vinegar. And I would say for every 2 tablespoons of olive oil, you would do 2 anchovy fillets, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of vinegar. Approximately that. Everything is, of course, adjustable to your own taste. Let's taste it. That's delicious. All right. So now I'm just going to wait for this to curl up. So I'll be back in half an hour or so. I actually decided to go ahead and just slice up all of that puntarelle because I'm going to be eating it with my family later tonight. You know, you can do this up to, I would say, no more than, say, 6 or so hours in advance, because it will start to sort of oxidize and it might turn a little brown. But this whole soaking step, it will get even curlier than this eventually, but this is good enough for me right now. But it's to curl up the puntarelle so that it has a nice texture to it. It makes it nice and crispy. And it also kind of rinses away some of the bitterness that puntarelle and a lot of chicories naturally have. This is also, by the way, a great way to do things like endives or radicchio or any kind of sort of bitter green. All right, this is just what I'm going to have right now, just for the sake of tasting. Spin it dry. Get our anchovy vinaigrette mixed up. Just spoon a little bit of this on there. Toss it around. And that's that. That's a delicious side vegetable just on its own. You could also, you know, if you wanted to, it's really great just like this, nice and simple, but you could also, if you wanted to, grate a little Parmesan cheese on top. Maybe some crumbled hard cheese, like a cotija or a romano. You could do add a garlic clove to this vinaigrette. Smash it in there with the anchovy as well. Oh man, really good. Okay, well that's that. I will see you next time, guys, gals, non-binary pals. Bye-bye.